This video was recorded live before a canned studio audience. It's Friday Night Movie Reviews, and here they are, Chris and Keith.
Hi,
Hello,
I'm Keith,
I'm Chris.
and this is Friday Night Movie Reviews. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you coming and talking with us and watching us. Well, you're not really talking with us. We're talking with you. But we enjoy it whenever you come and visit. Listen, we went and saw a movie. It's been a while since we kind of dropped a review here.
Yep, and we reached that after the summer slump. It's just like the movie industry's like, no, we're good. We don't need any new movies for a few weeks. And,
right.
And luckily, we're getting closer to the Halloween season, so it's time for horror movies to start emerging.
And it's going to start picking back up because we have several movies that we're going to be watching and reviewing here over the next few weeks. So stay tuned because we're back and we are going to be full throttle. All right.
We're going to take it up to 11.
Yeah.
Little hint to future things coming.
To maybe next week's review. We're going to take it to 11. All right. So the movie that we went and saw this past time, we didn't go and see this together. We actually saw this at separate times. I saw this with my wife, and he went and saw this with
my friend Ricky, yeah,
with his friend,
and my cousin Hayden, yeah, he went with me. Yep.
We saw the movie.
We saw The Conjuring, The Last Rites, or AKA The Conjuring 4, because you know how we like to correct these titles,
right?
And supposedly this is the last one, but how many horror franchises have we seen where they've said it's the last one, and then suddenly they make like 400 sequels after that?
Let's see, Jaws,
Friday the 13th,
Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, let's see, Halloween, just about all of them.
Yeah. So, and this one made $187 million this one weekend,
right? And
they made it on a budget of 33.
So they are counting the cash.
Yeah, I'm sorry, David Zaslav at Warner Discovery is just sitting there going, "Money, please, money, give me monies."
Right.
And so I highly doubt that this is going to be the last one. Now, this might be the last one with like the Warrens,
right?
But they can do more spin-offs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're probably going to do the Nun 3 somehow, or they can maybe squeeze out maybe another Annabelle, But
I'm not really sure how they could go with The Conjuring, because The Conjurings are based on the Warrens and their cases.
Yeah.
I really don't know how far they can go with that. Now, my wife had an idea, and we're not going to really spoil anything here, but my wife had an idea that we'll talk about off the review. And I don't know, I can kind of see where that would work, but it would be probably complete fiction. I mean, not that these weren't fiction anyway. I mean, they were based on true stories.
So this is based on their last case that they did in 1986, and this was really their last case, and that's why it's called The Last Rites.
Right. Right.
But, I mean, technically, the way I thought about it is they could go back and do the other cases they didn't cover in the movies, like as prequels.
Right.
And I think that's the reason why they quit numbering the Conjuring movie, so they can go back and say, this is Conjuring 4, this is Conjuring 5.
Right.
They could go that route if they want to. And I know the two leads in the Warners, the played the Warrens, they're just like, money, please. I mean, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are just sitting there going, yeah, we want more money.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, it's been a success for a pretty good while, right? I mean, it's been like what, a decade?
Yeah, they've been making
these movies.
2011, I think.
Yeah, more than a decade actually.
Yeah. So I mean, they've apparently I heard the number. They said they've squeezed out 10 films between spin-offs. And they've made so many Annabelle and Nun sequels. So somehow they've made 10 of these, supposedly. Now, that number may be wrong. I'm going to have to actually go back and count them later on. But yeah, I highly doubt that this is going to be the last one. I really do.
I don't think it's going to be the last one either, because it was Because I mean, like we've seen with other horror films, they just keep mass producing them. So, without giving away anything, without doing any kind of spoilers, I mean, we're not really spoiling anything by this point because, I mean, if you have seen any of the Conjuring movies, then you've basically seen this one.
Yeah,
Basically,
it's yeah, it follows the same formula, the same type of jump scares,
right. It's all like supernatural kind of stuff, and the Warrens are called in to take care of things because they do things better than the Catholic Church does.
Yeah.
So that's basically the basic premise of the movie. Is it's a demonic force. That's what all of the Conjuring movies have been about. One thing that I do like about this film, and I'm not going to spoil nothing, one of the things that I do like about this film is it kind of does like Final Destination Bloodlines, and it circles everything back around to the beginning.
Yes, and that's what kind of helped make the movie feel like a final film,
right?
Because it's their last case, but it does full circle to the very beginning of the franchise, and they really have done well. This is another series that has done well with continuity,
right?
So I will give them that. So as far as praise goes, but if you're looking for something different, you're not going to get anything different. I'm sorry. It's
not going to be very different. It's going to be like everything else that has been in any of the Conjuring universe.
Yep.
Period.
One thing I guess we can talk about too is the fact that this movie's rated R, but why is it rated R again? Because there was no cussing in it.
It did have a couple.
You did
a couple in it. I did hear a couple of them. But as far as horror films go, and as far as rated R movies go,
yeah,
it was almost completely destitute of foul language.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was like, this should have been PG-13.
Yeah,
because there was no adult situations.
Adult situations, no language. Well, very little language.
Like PG. We can call it PG-13.
Yeah, enough where you could have been like, we'll let that one slide.
Yeah.
Nothing like the Smile 2.
Oh yeah,
nothing like Smile 2.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Shameless
go
plug.
Watch that. Go watch that review.
Watch our review on that one. But yeah, violence. It was very violent.
It was very violent.
It was extremely creepy.
Yep.
Extremely creepy. So, it had major creep factor.
So if you've got little kids or kids that are just really sensitive to that kind of thing, then this is not the movie for them.
Do not. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Don't let your kids watch this, period. Regardless of if they've watched horror films before, because this film deals specifically with demonic powers. Specifically with demons and what demons do.
Yeah, and they did separate the fact that this was not Ghost. They did make that. Right. They did say that there is a differentiation.
A demon force. This is a demon. They did not say this is a spirit. They said this is a demon.
So similar to like Annabelle, there was a demon inside of Annabelle.
Right.
So it is tied to an object. In this one, minor spoilers, it's a mirror. It's a really creepy looking mirror, and I don't mind spoiling that, especially if you've done any kind of research on the Warrens, because they have a whole website dedicated. You can go read all their cases.
Right.
They've got photos. They even have like small little interview snippets on there you can watch. That website's actually pretty wonderful. You can go back and look at all their cases. Whether you believe that they were true to their word, if they really are con artists, I kind of side on the fact I think they were more con artists in real life. But for a made-up story, it fits well for a movie because movies are made up anyways.
Right.
All they can just take off the tagline that it's based on a true story. They can just take that off, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. But listen, please do not take your kids to see this. If you take your kids to see this, I'm going to be severely disappointed in you and they don't need to watch any of the Conjuring movies or anything in the Conjuring universe because it's all about demonic forces, and you really just don't want your kids watching that kind of stuff. If your kids watch this movie, more than likely they're going to have nightmares for probably the next year.
Now, if you've got a teenager in the house that's like a know-it-all, 15, 16, 17-year-old.
And you just want to scare the doo-doo out of him.
Bring them.
Sit him down and make him watch it.
Yeah. So, I want to differentiate between little kids and still, teenage kids. I want to make sure I make that. Because a 15-year-old is going to watch this and more than likely say, this is mid or it's lame. I totally expect a 15-year-old until they get scared out of it.
And then when they go to bed and turn the lights off at night, or they sleep with the lamp on.
Hey, Mom, can you leave the night light on or the bathroom light on, please? Can I have a glass of milk?
Yeah, they're going to be all cool until it's time until it gets dark, and then after that, it's not. Everything's just thrown out in the wash.
But yeah, definitely elementary school kids. No, that's not for them. But
no.
But a high schooler, it's a little different.
Yeah, maybe so. I would say not even a middle schooler.
Yeah, high school.
Don't let a middle schooler watch it because it just wouldn't be that would not be good, and you don't want your kids watching this kind of stuff anyway.
So just getting that disclaimer out of the way as far as that goes.
So basic premise of the movie, like we were saying, is there's a demonic force tied to an object, and it starts terrorizing this family that comes about it innocently, and then the Warrens are called. And the thing is, the Warrens are basically called out of retirement.
Yeah,
because they've just kind of called it quits.
Yeah, they'd gotten older at this point. Physically, Mr. Warren, his body can't take it anymore, and they had just kind of given it up. And you could still tell that it was eating at them, where they wanted to help people and all this stuff. But
I think it was eating more at him
than it was
her.
Yeah, I think she was okay with saying
she was
goodbye.
Done.
Yeah,
she was done with it. But it was really, it's like anytime anybody started talking about something. Oh, really?
Yeah, let me hear about that. So, he crossed his arms.
So what exactly was going on? Really?
In his very Patrick Wilson way.
Right. He was into it.
Yeah, he was.
So he wasn't done.
No, She was, yeah.
And the only reason he was done is because she told him, "We're done.
We're done." He says, your doctor says no more, so that's it.
Right.
So so they got pulled into this one, and I don't want to spoil it. Watch the movie to find out why they get pulled into this one. Because there is something that does, and it's not like classic horror films where you're like, of course. It's not like that. There is a sensible reason as to why it happens. Yep.
A very sensible reason, and you can see the workings of the demonic forces, like making this stuff happen.
Yeah.
So that they are pulled in. I'm done. So anyway, that's the basic premise of the movie.
Yep.
And we're not going to tell you nothing else. You got to go and watch it.
Yeah, you've pretty much literally reviewed all the other Conjuring films at the same time.
Basically, yeah. So, don't take your kids to see it. You go see it. So let's get to what we thought about this movie. So let's answer the big question. Was this movie trash, or was it worth the cash? What did you think?
I think it's worth seeing at least once, so I think it's worth the cash. I mean, if times are tight, so if you want to wait till HBO Max to watch it, go ahead. I mean, but honestly, seeing it on a big screen makes a big difference, I think.
Big difference.
So
it made my wife jump and holler several times.
The surround sound is
several times.
Yeah, especially when you have
she would jump. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So surround sound is meant for haunting type movies. So I will say that you will lose that atmospheric thing watching it at home. So yeah. So now, if you're talking about like what's the best haunting movie of all time, I'm still going to say Poltergeist is still the best.
Yeah.
So this is not Poltergeist. I will say that it's still underneath Poltergeist for me. I felt a lot of the times where you're like, this movie was a little long.
It
And it
was.
had a lot of padding in it. They focused
It
a lot
was.
on the Warrens instead of focusing on the family that was being tormented.
This movie was almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, and it did.
Almost 3 hours.
They padded the crap out of this movie.
They really did. And what they were doing, and you're right, they didn't focus on the family that was being tormented so much as they did
and that's what
on
you
the
wanted
Warrens
to see.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what they were trying to do is it's called The Last Rite, and they were trying to show how the Warrens were done.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and why they were done. So I think that's what was going on with it.
Yeah, and to be honest, there just wasn't much to this case. Like when you look into the family that this was based on, the case it was based on, it was like a really quick event. Like, the grandma did have like a heart attack or whatever, if you read the full story. And I'm not saying if that's in the movie or not, but like there's obviously, it was just, and so they had to pad it, but it's like, did you have to pad it that much? Like,
right.
I could have cut a lot of this movie out. And I think ultimately, that's why a lot of people are sitting there going, can you just get back to like the demons, please?
Right,
like,
right.
You know, there's a lot of times you do go long periods of time without something like at your face. You know?
Right.
So that's my huge criticism of the movie. Where Poltergeist was evenly paced, correct length of a movie.
Yeah.
So I think that should be like the progenitor of how you do a haunting movie. You do it like Poltergeist.
Right. I agree with you. It was long. There were times when it was kind of when it got a little bit dry. The scary moments though, the spiritual creepy moments, I'm not going to say they were not few and far between. They were in there.
They were in there.
They were and they were there quite frequently. And when they were there, ooh, buddy. Yeah. That
last 20 minutes. That was really tense.
Yeah, that last 20 minutes right there. Yeah, it was, man. So yeah, it was very intense. When it was.
So you do consider it to be worth your cash, though?
I would consider this movie definitely worth the cash. Like he said though, if things are tight with you, maybe wait for it to come on streaming, or if you want to add it to your Conjuring collection, like me, then wait for it to come on Blu-ray, and you can have it that way. But I would definitely say it's worth the cash. Definitely. Now, if you were to rate this, how many sodas would you give it?
Just because of the length and everything, and just because it was kind of beat for beat similar to the other movies, because it's very procedural, and that I'm going to give this movie a 7.
7?
Yep.
Okay, that's a little less generous than me. I would give this movie probably 8.5 buckets of popcorn. Now, my wife, she really liked it. She liked it a lot, and she would give it 8 bowls of rice.
Yeah, I know. So, she's really into like the supernatural haunting type stuff. That's like her type of horror.
That is her type of horror, and she really did like it. Yeah, if times are tight, then you might want to wait, because I mean, let's be honest, tickets at the theater are not really going down too much. Sorry guys, I know y'all are watching, but
yeah,
it is kind of expensive. Now, if you do like Chris and I have done, and you have some kind of package where you can go and see movies frequently, and you can see that, and you pay a monthly rate, then that is definitely the way to go.
Yeah. So if you have a Regal or AMC, AMC has a pass. Regal has Regal Unlimited. Like, there are options.
Yeah.
So movies that you may have skipped in theater that you regret, at least that would allow you to see ones that maybe were just okay.
Right.
And that way you don't feel bad about it.
Right, because after you go and see 2, it's your monthly pass is paid for itself, and you can and you're basically seeing the other movies for free.
But if this is like your once a month like date night with your wife to get away from the kids for a little while and have time out with your wife, yeah, I would recommend this as a good like date night,
Yeah, definitely. And if your theater is like ours, where you can raise up the arms in between the seats, you might want to do that, because your wife or your girlfriend is definitely going to be jumping at you guys.
There we go. That's why horror movies were invented.
Right. Yeah. So this was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. Well,
That's it. That's our
cue to go.
So remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification for when our next video drops. And as always, leave us a comment. What did you think of The Conjuring: The Last Rites, or AKA The Conjuring 4? We'd love to hear it. And as always, thank you for watching.
Hey, listen. We really enjoy it when you come and watch us, and we enjoy whenever you are when you comment to us and talk to us about things and let us know your opinions about stuff. In the comments, talk to us. We'll talk back to you. I promise. Listen, grab you up some friends, grab your girlfriend or your wife, whichever you have, and head on out to see this movie because it's definitely worth watching. Listen, it's a good movie. It's creepy, and it's starting to get towards Halloween. So, hey, when you're there and you're sitting in the seat, eating your popcorn, drinking your soda, remember, enjoy your movie.
There we go. 21 minutes.
I'm trying to time it so that when I say enjoy your movie,
Mm-hmm.